I am 75 years old, and today I would like to share with you my secrets of keeping strong, young, and healthy. And I hope that it will help and encourage some of you to be healthy. Being healthy is a triangle. You have to have a healthy body, a healthy mind, and very important, a healthy spirit. That's your relationship with God. I thank, praise, and glorify God for giving me health, strength, and youth. God has kept me really healthy. I have not been to a hospital or doctor for over 40 years, and I don't take medication, except if I have a toothache and the dentist prescribe some medication for. Apart from that, I don't take any medication whatsoever. I leave my health and my body and my protection to God. And most important, a healthy spirit, your relationship with God. I spend the first hour of my day with God in prayer, on my knees, listening to Christian music, gospel songs, inspirational music, and reading or listening to the Bible. So those are the three daily exercises I do for my spiritual life that keeps that part of my life healthy. And of course, you go to church, fellowship with other Christians. That will help you too. There are two amazing food that God says we must have regularly, and that is milk and honey. It's amazing that when you are born up to until maybe a year or so, you live most of your lives, the first few months anyway, on milk, the only food. Of course, with honey, remember that John the Baptist lived on honey and locusts. So those are the two food that I make sure I have every day. Milk, whole milk, preferably organic milk, and honey, natural honey. Now other foods, I follow what God gave us, what he calls clean foods in Leviticus 11. See, God created the world and everything in it. He knows what is good for you, what you should and should not eat. So in Leviticus 11, you don't eat pork, you don't eat fish without scales, you don't eat crustaceans like shrimps, lobsters, crabs, all that kind of stuff. And those things that I have just mentioned, God created to clean up the earth. Like the lobsters, the crabs, they clean the bottom of the oceans and the waters. Pigs were created to clean up the land. That's why they're so tasty, because they eat all the rubbish. I used to love those food when I was young. One of my favorite food were ham and crispy pork skin and lobsters. I loved those when I was young. And I was having some health problems. And then when I asked God, how can I be healthy? He led me to read Leviticus 11, and where he lists the things that you should and should not eat. So read those for yourselves. I'll just mention a few that God says are unclean. And don't forget, God says that our bodies are his temple, and we have to keep them clean and healthy. For example, I don't have tattoos because that ruins God's temple. I don't drink alcohol, but I drink a lot of water, 7 to 8 glasses of water every day, because our body is made of mainly of water. So it needs water to clean our blood and clean our bodies. I don't smoke, I don't do drugs or any of the harmful substances. You have to have enough rest each day. I usually sleep 6 to 8 hours a day. Have plenty of fresh air. You breathe in and breathe out, preferably amongst the trees where you get a lot of oxygen. Or by the ocean, we could get the fresh breeze. So plenty of good fresh air. You have to exercise. I usually exercise once every second day. I just exercise at home. Even now and again, when I'm traveling, I might have to go to a gym for an hour or so. But I usually just exercise from at home using chairs and all kinds of natural ways of exercising, which I could share with you sometimes in the future. You have to have a healthy mind. You feed your mind with good things. Watch good movies, good television, listen to good music. You must also learn to forgive, because if you don't forgive, it's going to eat you up inside, and it can cause a lot of stress and poor health. Don't swear or argue with people or fight with people. I try and avoid all that. I have not fought anybody in my life. We may disagree, we might have some arguments, but that's about it. So avoid fights and arguments. Be happy, sing. That will also help you. Sing some songs you like. And you must help other people, those in need. I help feed the homeless a lot. Both in Hawaii and Florida, I had my own team, people helping to feed the homeless. I hope some of those will help you. Be healthy.